Hi, I'm Yulia Shevchenko, interior designer and decorator, founder of DomaVita Design. I specialize on modern luxury homes, interiors that feel warm, cozy, elevated, and truly personal. Most of my clients come to me after purchasing their home, beautiful homes, many times new constructions, and they still need cohesiveness and elevated look, and I give a soul to those houses. I create functional spaces by using strong architectural character, timeless materials, bold statement elements, pieces. My process combines realistic 3D renders with full-service project management, so my clients can visualize the final results before construction even begins. And me and my team, we deliver seamless, turnkey experience to our clients. One of my projects, recent projects in Alpharetta, gained a lot of attention online because people connected with the transformation I made. It was a builder-grade new construction, and we used some bold statement pieces and added some soul into it, so it looked very family-friendly, yet luxurious, but livable luxury, which is very important, functional, and the space was amazing for both clients and my audience online. And DomaVita Design is currently taking on new projects in Northeast Atlanta area, suburbs, including Alpharetta. It all starts with our 1-hour consultation. I come to their homes and we discuss what they want to do, which rooms, is that a full home or just a couple of rooms, what style they like. I kind of have to see the entire style of this home to understand what are we going to do so we don't deviate too much, so the space looks a part of the home. And we discuss the color palette, layout, the use of the space, who lives in the home. I get the questionnaire about, how many kids, pets, who's using that particular space. If it's a living room, obviously it's for everyone. Sometimes if we do a very big full project with custom kitchens and things like that, I ask them what time you wake up, what time you go to that kitchen, who starts their coffee machine first, so we know how the flow goes around, so nobody's on each other's way and things like that. It's like very important information. Also, we of course discuss the budget, timeline, when do they want the project to be delivered, and if they want just e-design, if they have somebody to work with, or they want my services fully with project management. Then I measure the space, do all I need to do in order to provide very precise estimate for my design fee. I never provide estimates for my contractor labors. It's their own. They have to come in separately after we establish what we exactly are doing for the scope of work, and then they tell them their own fee. After that, I offer them 2 options. It's either e-design, which include all the 3D renders. It includes links to the products, materials we're going to use. Some of them can be custom, and I include estimate by the person who does it. So the client would have basically their entire project digitally as a presentation, PDF presentation with all the 3D renders and links, and they can do it whenever they want. I provide 30 days after we close that e-design project for my consultation in case they need to substitute something, or their contractor can have some questions to me. I can also answer. And then the second package would be, alternatively, is my full service, which I bring my team to, and we do everything from beginning to end, turnkey process. Sometimes my clients even go for 3 weeks somewhere on vacation, and they come back and they get surprised how home turned out after that. So it's 2 packages. They decide what they're going to do. I draft an agreement based on the package they picked, which is very simple, 2 pages, which gives you the terms we work on, our philosophy, project scope of project, and of course the fee that I mentioned on the consultation. Once it's signed, I start working. I come again for all the precise measurements. So after that, I start working, building their space with the 3D render, and I start providing them a couple of versions. And each contract, each agreement has at least 2 revisions included. So in case you don't like this whole thing altogether, yet like you want another style, or you want to revise one particular item, we can still revise things. And by the second revision, it's already like fine-tuning left, and we almost, to the point that we agree on everything we have on the design. And so after this is, the design is established and approved by the client, we start ordering things that are necessary, all the items, paint, materials, anything. I start getting quotes from local professionals for stonework, whatever it may be. Once we have most of the items to start work with, we schedule contractors and we get on it. Before starting my interior design business, I was in real estate industry for 10 years, and I started back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As a real estate agent, I've been touring lots of homes in historical district of Philadelphia, both historical and new constructions. And Philly, it was a very diversified city. It is still. At some point of my career, within those 10 years somewhere, I caught myself onto I really not enjoying sales as much as I do enjoy the touring the homes for their interesting interiors, characters, history. And once I understood that, I decided to change the course. I didn't want to be in sales anymore. After a couple of maternity leaves, I decided to come back and still tour the homes, but some different way. And I always had passion to interior design, decorating. I did that for my own houses and condos, and my relatives and friends sometimes ask me, some help. So I completed classes in New York Institute of Art and Design. And then we moved to Georgia in 2020, and I started my business here. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the communities, no contractors in mind, and everything came with experience. I started trying little by little, first just e-designs, then I became a little more resourceful. I got into community, met some contractors, some great builders, and we started working together. And as I gained experience, they trusted me more complex projects. At some point, I was working in studios as a contractor designer, and I was doing e-design, and I was doing some full service. And at some point, I decided to just go separate way and do my own thing. So yeah, here I am now. DomaVita Design is the business I found. I work independently with my own team of contractors for about 4 years. So currently, DomaVita Design takes on new projects in Northeast Atlanta suburban area. You can find me on Instagram and my handle at domavita.design. I also have my website, domavita.design. You can simply hit the button, request project. It's going to redirect you to questionnaire form. You can fill it out, and it's going to fall right into my email. Also, just give me a simple text or call at 267-471-9704, and we can schedule a consultation.